Welcome to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of Remax Lakes. Welcome to the show.
Here we are. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I can't believe it. We're at the end of 2022.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
2023 crazy. Is upon us, but yeah, Merry Christmas.
And Winter Mageddon is
upon
yeah,
I know.
Too, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, well, hey, White Christmas. I mean, it's like, it's like we haven't really seen much in the way of snow for, and actually, I mean, this past week was kind of warm.
It was warm, and we're finishing up chilly, but that's okay.
And then, of
we'll
course,
take that.
Yeah, and then, of course, we pick a date for Ornament Smash, like our biggest night of the year. And what happens? Oh, hey, winter storm warning.
Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So there we go. So Christmas weekend, and any traditions that you do, like family traditions that maybe a little different from what other people do, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, just trying to get together and have everybody together. We typically, we do dinner, and then the other day, Christmas morning, we wake up, breakfast, we have waffles. So
I remember you telling me about this.
We have waffles, and,
yes.
and I'm thinking about the movie White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah.
When they're talking about we're going to Sizzler or something like that, I guess.
Yes.
Because they're betting.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson nails a shot.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't get to go to Sizzler. Well, we have waffles.
Yeah.
That's where I get up and I cook waffles for everybody.
Yeah.
That's our thing. That's about as good as I can do cooking.
I just saw, I was going through some old notes that I have in my phone, and I remember typing up the Krusties. Is it what?
Yeah. The brand of flour.
Yeah. So
the best waffles.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So. I got a waffle maker a couple of years ago, and so I bought that, and so I make waffles for the kids as well.
That's the way to do it,
and they love it. So they love it, and I make omelets and scrambled eggs. So, well, one tradition that we do is we do the pickle prize. Okay, so my wife will always take this pickle ornament. She hangs it on the tree. Have you guys heard about this before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so. All right, we have a pickle ornament, and we hang it on the tree. So when everybody's done opening up gifts, well, then we'll have a pickle prize, and basically it's like a family, So whoever finds the pickle ornament, they get to open up the pickle prize.
Is it a gag gift, or is it usually a decent
Sometimes
gift?
It's a gag gift.
Okay.
Sometimes, otherwise, it could be a decent gift. I bought games, like family games, like Monopoly and stuff. That's what it's going to be this year. So.
Wow, that's okay. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, well, if the kids hear it, that's
it. Oops.
Yeah, it's all right.
Don't say anything about the pickle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't listen.
Yeah, so that's one of the quirky little traditions that we do in our house, but it's always fun.
It is. It is. Well, and so around the holidays, selling your house, little tougher because you got presents up, you got family in town, it's more difficult. So I thought we'd talk about, if nothing else, good stuff, smells.
Yeah.
Because everybody's burning potpourri, you're doing all this stuff. You're thinking, hey, buyers are going to love that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a challenge selling this time of year, though, because, as I mentioned, you got family in town, but yet you still have your house listed for sale.
Yeah.
People, they're off. Many folks are off, so they're available to see.
Yeah.
And the way the market is going right now, I mean, it's typical this time of year. It does slow down, but there are serious buyers out there. There are people that still, hey, they want to get in the house.
Yeah.
So when they schedule a showing, you've got to vacate, right? You need to get out of the house. Well, what a lot of people do is think, hey, I've got this potpourri. It just smells fantastic. And I'm very sensitive to that stuff for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't dig it. I don't like to walk into something that you can smell that. My first thought is, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, what are they covering
they covering up?
Yeah.
I mean, and unfortunately, that's what many buyers are thinking as well. And so if you're selling this stuff, minimize on the potpourri or the Yankee candle, to where my wife lights those up. She'll have the whole house stinking with that stuff.
Oh, yeah, my wife too. You're right, yeah.
This is not a secret because I come in and blow them out. I mean, I do. And if you're the Grinch. No, I'm not. I don't. It actually, it bothers me. I don't like the smell. I mean, I don't think I'm allergic to it or whatever else, but it's just I walk in, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to smell this in my house. Right. It's just got 4 different flavors going. It's just no good. So if you're selling, kind of try to minimize on that stuff during this time period. You know, the one time that you're not going to do it, don't do it now.
See, because I always heard like an old trick was like to bake cookies right before somebody comes over, because then you've got that warm and fuzzy smell of like,
it's homey.
You know, it's homey.
Yeah,
yes,
that is definitely old school.
Yeah,
but you know how many different diets are out there, or you know, vegan or this, that, or the other thing. People, they're not looking to eat cookies. They're looking to buy a house.
Yeah, right.
So you know, and do you make the right kind, or maybe maybe I'm allergic to chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. You don't want to have anything in the house. Neutral is best.
Yeah.
Neutral is best. Now, obviously, if you've got issues, you know, I get trying to cover. If you moisture, you know, well, it's crazy. But when you talk about moisture, I showed a house this week that, you know, my comment to the buyer was, it's amazing. We're in a basement. There is no moisture smell. And then I always preface that with, well, how do you smell moisture? You're getting that mildew, that dark, damp, whatever smell it is. It's hard to explain, but it's there. So if you're in a wet basement, you can smell that it's a wet basement in general.
Yes.
So if you need to hide some of that, hide some. But not too overpowering.
Right. All right, we're going to talk more about this coming up here after the break. You're listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Welcome back. You're listening to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of Remax Lakes, and we're talking about smells when you're have your house for sale.
Yep.
And I just had a friend come over the other day for the first time, and he walks into my house and he just goes, "Man, your house smells good. What is it?" And I'm like, I have no idea.
I have no idea. And you got an old house.
And I have an old house. Yeah, my house was built in 1915. I have, you know, I don't know. I got wood floors, and I mean, it's just we didn't have any candles going or anything like that. My wife does burn candles from time to time. I tell her like what scents I do like a vanilla.
Yeah,
I'm very vanilla. You know,
that's me.
Yeah,
plain Jane.
Yeah, plain Jane. That's what I'm all about. And when she gets into like these different types of scents, it's like, no, just I like a good vanilla smell, but that's it. But not overpowering.
Not overpowering.
Yeah.
And over the rating of that smell is the difference, because you got people coming in, you have no idea what their sensitivities are, and when you're in the house, it actually, your nose goes scent dead, you know what I mean? At least that's what I think it is. You get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it.
So you don't think about it, but somebody else walk in like your friend and go, oh my God, the house smells great.
Yeah.
So there is nothing wrong with, so you get a showing scheduled this time of year. What's the best thing? Pick up, make it neat, decluttered, right? Even though we've all got stuff out for Christmas, you might have, you know, packages around the tree, all that stuff. Just try to make it to where they can see themselves in that house. Yeah. And as far as the smells go, you know what? There's nothing wrong with neat and clean. You know, hey, just freshly cleaned. Yeah. Right? I mean, because what do I always say? The nice shiny penny sells. So this time of year, it goes along with that. Make sure that it's neat and picked up. Right? I mean, we haven't hit Christmas Day yet, so it's not the disaster afterwards. Yeah. But, you know, you're not going to be showing on Christmas Day anyways, at least I hope not. Right. Right? But it could. Yeah. It could, you could get a showing request for Christmas Day. Decline. Yeah. Nobody is going to argue with you that you don't show on Christmas Day. Yeah. But, you know, as you're building up to that, you know, people understand, at least you would like to think, that there's a lot of stuff going on. But if you do have that showing, you still want to present your house in the best possible manner. So clean it up, pick it up. You know, if you got shoes stacked up in front of the door, make them organized, right? To where they come in. You want people to be able to envision themselves living in the house, not living in your mess. So smells are just one part of that. Yeah. And those smells can really hurt you. Senses, you know what I mean? They're hard to control or regulate how much scent comes out of those stinking things. I've been in houses where they've got in the living room, they have 4 outlets and there's 4 senses.
No, it's
way overpowering. I don't care if you got them turned down to the minimum. People walk in and it's like, oh my word, what is wrong with this place?
Yeah.
So again, smells are probably the worst, but you still want to put your best foot forward for showing your property. Have the sidewalk shoveled so that people can get in. Have it salted, right? Because we get that question a lot. Well, what happens if somebody falls on my property? Well, guess what? Your insurance will cover it.
Yeah.
Right? Or should cover it if I don't pretend to be an insurance agent.
Right.
But, you're still got some liability there. So if you haven't taken steps, or you got an ice storm and you don't throw salt down and somebody comes in to look at your house and falls, you've got potential liability. So take care of it. You want it to be inviting to the people. You want them to be able to get in the driveway. And that's always the challenge of showing in the wintertime. Is snow. How do you do that? Vacant houses are the worst. Where if you're selling something that you don't live in, and it's a second home, and you got to run over and clear the driveway off, to get the house ready. So smells, try to minimize, cut down on the smells. Declutter as much as you can around the holidays, and just have the house prepped and ready for the buyers to be able to get access to the house. That's an important piece.
Okay. Now, what about those like air purifiers?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that because they're not throwing scents out.
It's like an ionizer or whatever. Yeah.
And if you're gonna choose a scent, you mentioned vanilla is okay with you. Try to do neutral. Try to do something that's as neutral as possible. They've got those atomizers with oils. I don't know, but we've got one at the office. And it, it's spraying this mist of stuff. There's certain ones that don't bother me. I mean, there's like a lavender that's really light. That doesn't bother me. But boy, you get some of those candles and it's like, holy moly, it's just overpowering. So whatever you're doing, try not to overpower. That's the point.
Well, and also, I mean, and here's just an idea. Ask your agent, ask a friend. Have them walk into your home.
Have somebody else walk in
and say, and say, how does it smell to you? And it's like, and I'm not going to be offended if you don't like the smell, but tell me.
Absolutely.
Tell me if it's good or bad.
That is also if you've got negative smells, dogs, cigarettes.
Yes.
You can really smell that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you need to clean up and somehow or another be ready for those things. I mean, for pets, what do? This is prepping for the sale. Shampoo your carpet. Do whatever you need to do to try to minimize that odor. Because, first thing buyers thinking, I got to tear all the carpeting out because it stinks like pet. I don't have dogs, I have allergies. I've heard enough people say I want solid surface because kids have allergies. I don't know. We're more,
we're more prone to it.
Or
it seems like
than before, but all of those things. Knock the smells off.
Yeah. Okay. That is a very good tip. Very good. A lot of people don't think about that. So
exactly.
All right, Mark, your contact information?
Sure. The website's lakes-realtors.com. Phone number is 574-834-1233.
All right. Very good. You've been listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Merry Christmas and have yourself a wonderful weekend.